What if you could profit whether a stock goes up, down, or stays flat as long as it doesn't move too much? That is exactly what an iron condor does. It's one of the most popular income strategies in options trading, and I'm about to show you exactly how to set one up. So let's dive in. So here's the example. Check it out. The stock I selected is Constellation Energy, ticker symbol CEG, which is trading at about $268 per share as of today's close. To set up a high probability iron condor, what you'll want to do is you'll want to sell a bull put credit spread way down below support. And what I did in this case is I selected the $200 put option, which gives us a credit of $1.20 per share. Times 100 shares, that's $120 in our pocket. At the same time, we turn around and buy a lower strike price, typically 1 or 2 strike prices below the option we sell. In this case, I selected the 190 strike price, 10 points lower, and this costs us 60 cents out of pocket per share. Again, $60 for 100 shares. And that leaves us with a net credit of $60 on a 10-point spread. That's a pretty decent rate of return. Now, at the same time we sell this bull put credit spread, we are also going to sell a bear call credit spread way out above resistance. And I selected the 370 strike price according to my rules, where we're going to sell that call and we're going to get paid $1.30 per share times 100 shares for $130 credit. And at the same time we sell that call, we are also going to buy a higher strike price call, the 380 strike, 10 points higher. We want the condor to be balanced, and that's a 90-cent debit, leaving us with a net credit of 40 cents or $40 per contract. So we now have a net credit, a total credit received of $100 on 2 different 10-point spreads. But because the stock price cannot be way out above 370 and way down below 200 at the same time, we only have the risk of one of those spreads. So we get to keep the $100 credit, and we are left with a $900 risk profile, or that's the risk capital requirement to hold the trade open, and that is the iron condor in a nutshell right there. Now, so people say, Noah, why would I risk $900 to make $100? And the answer is simple: probabilities. Those strike prices are so far out of the money that the likelihood that they expire worthless in this example is 88%. Now, my core rule is 80% or better, and this one just happened to come out at 88% probability that we win. And that is why the iron condor is so attractive, so popular. If you stop and think about it, you do the math, it should make you salivate, because this is what we're doing. We are receiving a 10% ROI on the risk capital with an 88% probability of a win in this case. 80% is our goal. And we're doing this on average between 30 and 60 days. 45 days is a sweet spot. So where else are you going to get a 10% ROI over 45 days? Think about how often you could do that. Every month and a half or so, you could be riding an iron condor, which means you could pull that off about 8 times a year. I'll let you extrapolate out the math. You're not going to win every condor, but statistically speaking, you will win about 80% of them. And if you learn how to manage the other 20%, you are way ahead of the game. So now what I can do is I can go to the trade tab, and I have that March option chain open. So I'm going to open that up, and you can see the calls and the puts. And I actually, here you can see the contracts, but I'll go through and make sure I select the right contracts. Over here on the put side, I can go to that $200 strike, and I can see the bid-ask spread for that, and I can see the 190 bid-ask spread down here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click on that, and I'm going to go sell, and it opens up a list of templates they have for different strategies, and one of the strategies is the iron condor. And that'll open up an order ticket template that has all 4 legs in the template. Now, I just need to make sure that it's the right number of contracts, the right expiration date, and the right strike prices, and that I put in the right limit price and time in force before I send that in. So the put side's already set up. I selected the $200 put, and it's got me selling 1 March 200 put, buy 190 put down below, so it's selling and buying the put. And then the call side, it doesn't know which strikes I want. It just has the next available strikes up above it. So I have to go choose the strike prices I want. And so I'm going to go choose that short option strike was 370. So I'm going to scroll until I find that 370. That's a lot of scrolling because it's way up there. There it is. And then I'm going to buy the 380 at the same time. So there I'm going to scroll until I find that 380 strike, and there it is. Boom. And now I have all 4 legs. Sell a put, buy a put. Sell a call, buy a call. Right expiration date, right strike prices. Credit, the limit price I'm going to set in here is $1.05. Now I got filled for $1.14 on the order I sent in today. I got a better fill. We could potentially get a better fill, but we're going to ask for at least 105. Set that as a limit. I'm going to lock that in. I'm going to make that good till canceled. Now, before I send that in, it's important that we slow down and make sure we've got the trade right. We want to make sure that we got the Condor built out, it's balanced, and that we have, we feel really comfortable with the risks, the rewards, and the probabilities. So I'm going to right click on this, and I'm going to analyze this trade before I send it in, and that sends it to my risk graph. And so I have the existing contracts, plus I've got the second set of contracts for the second Condor, so we're scaling it up. So if we have 114 from the original credit plus 105, our new total credit is 219. Doubled the income. But we also doubled the risk on the wings, because now we have $10 spreads times 2 contracts, so that's $2,000 risk minus the 219 credit we received. So on the wings, the risk is 1781. And again, the risk is the same on the put side as it is on the call side, and the stock can't be in 2 places at one time. So we have the risk, we have the reward, we have the 88.7% probability, and I'm feeling pretty comfortable with this trade. So I'm going to go ahead and send that order in. And that's it. Ta-da! We have placed an iron condor. It didn't take us that long to go through, find the candidate, plan and place the trade, and execute the trade. We'll be tracking this one in our mentor club if you want to join us and see how we manage this trade. It's a lot of fun. Now, what makes or breaks spread traders and earns you the right to trade iron condors with confidence is good trade management. We must become skilled at managing and exiting the iron condor because they are so easy to put on. So learn to take profits. In the immortal words of the Stephen Miller Band, take the money and run. Close the trade out once you've achieved 60 to 80% of the max profit. Exit if the loss hits your preset pain threshold. Now, when it comes to managing the trade, the most consistent Condor traders know how to delta hedge. They know how to adjust the Condor by rolling the options up or down with price movements, and sometimes they roll out in time. Those are skills that matter, and you should learn them. For beginners, you're better off just ripping off the Band-Aid and closing the trade if it hits your pain threshold. Just keep it simple. Learn to exit clean before you try to be clever. If you found this video helpful, make sure you watch my bull put spread and bear call spread videos next. Those are the building blocks of the iron condor. You can tap here to watch those now. And if you want to master credit spreads, iron condors, and other income strategies as a part of a complete and robust trading and investing system, check out the Cash Flow Academy in the description below, and we will see you in the next video.